Job number J-20254377-2. We're accessing the sewer lateral through the front main cleanout located by the water meter. Counter is at 65 feet on the video camera recording. And we are looking at the connection to the city main sewer. If we push a little bit farther in here, we can see that's the flow of our city main. Backing out of that Y. The city main and the Y branch are PVC. Backing out of that, we transition to our 6-inch clay. Of note here is very minor fracture at 63" on the joint. Currently the piece is still there. Also of note here is persistent pooling of water starting at the 63-foot mark, and as we pass back here, the water continues to pool. It's a minor pool because the camera is not submerged here, back to about 58, and then it tapers out to nothing. So 58 to 63 is that pooling section. You see some minor solids along the way. Here we have some root action happening. 53 to 54 is the downstream end. And then some roots kind of along the way hanging in, sort of like a root tail. And those roots are continuing up to our upstream point at about 50. And then beyond that, even a little bit more root tail up to about 48. So about 48 to 53 we have some root action. Really even back to 40. Root tails along the way, all the way up to our transition from clay to concrete. So 46 to 53. Transition from 6-inch clay to 6-inch concrete, we see a much more rugged surface. The concrete has started to erode a little bit, so you can see the aggregate showing through. Not a smooth wall. Here we have some debris sitting around in the pipe. Almost hard to tell what that green is on the side. It almost looks like wire or some sort of plastic. But also of note is it seems like there is a root mass here at 34, and then upstream of that root mass we have some pooling. Moderate pooling continuing back to very moderate. Moderate pooling continuing. You can see some shelf-like formations on either side, kind of white grease buildup-ish, suggesting the water level kind of gets up to that point, creating that formation on either side. Again, the pooling continuing. Upstream end seems to be about 15 to 16 feet. So moderate intermittent pooling from 16 to 34. Pipe material is still concrete. And we're transitioning back to clay, so about 8 to 9 feet we have that transition, and that is only about a foot from where we swoop up to our clean out. So we have 6-inch clay coming into the house and a 4-inch pipe coming up with a 3-inch brass plug.